A warm good morning to you all, my dear children. Welcome you all to the English class. Let us begin our class by getting the blessings of God Almighty through school prayer. Dear children, in today's class, let's have the continuation of the prose, The Attic, written by Satyajit Ray. Hope you remember the story so far. We learned about two friends and business partners, Satyajit Ray and Aditya. They came to a small village named Brahmapur for having a cup of tea from Nagan Uncle's tea cabin. Now let's see what happened next. Please take page number 95 and listen, children. The owner of the tea shop, now over 60, a little rustic in appearance, with his white, neatly combed hair and clean look, was the same as before. He was wearing a dhoti and a blue striped shirt that could be seen from under a green shawl. Not recognizing Aditya, he asked us where we had come from. Dear Dargan, Aditya replied, we were on our way to Kolkata. A little surprised, Nagan Uncle asked why we were there. To have tea at your shop, said Aditya. Certainly, besides tea, I have biscuits and savories. Give us 2 nankattai each. So, they reached Nagan Uncle's tea cabin, and the owner of the shop was 60 years old man, and he looked rustic. Rustic means he looked like countryside people. That is what we call as rustic. Okay. This shop owner, Nagan Uncle, wore a dhoti and blue striped shirt and also a green colored shawl. Nagan Uncle couldn't recognize Aditya because he had seen Aditya before 29 years as a small boy. So he asked where they were coming from. Aditya replied that they were coming from Deodargan and they are on their way to Calcutta. On hearing it, Nagan Uncle was surprised and he asked why they came through this way because it is entirely different route. For that, Aditya replied that they just came to have tea in his shop. Then they sat on 2 tin chairs and ordered 2 cups of tea, biscuits, savories and nankattai. Savories means spicy, salty snack item. And nankattai means soft biscuit. You can see in this picture. The first one is nankattai and the second picture is savories. Then tea, biscuit, you know. Okay. Moving to next. Look at the text, children. We sat on 2 tin chairs. There was only one other customer sitting at a corner table, neither eating nor drinking tea, but sitting with his head bent as though he were sleeping. Addressing him as Mr. Sanya, Nagan Uncle reminded him to go home as it was already 4 p.m. Other customers would soon be coming. Addressing us, he said with a wink in his eye, a little hard of hearing, cannot see well either, but has no money to buy spectacles. From his reaction to this speech, I began to wonder whether Mr. Sanyal was not a little crazy as well, because suddenly he stood up, stretched himself, and raising his lean right arm, and with eyes dilated, began to recite a poem by Tagore, Panraksha, that is, keeping of a promise. Having recited the poem, he left the place, making the gesture of Namaste with his hands to nobody in particular. So we saw that they sat in Nagan Uncle's tea cabin and they ordered for tea, biscuits, savories and all. And they were waiting for tea. At that time they looked on the opposite side and only one customer was there in front of the shop. He was sitting in a corner with his head bent down as though he were sleeping. Now the time is 4 p.m. Nagan Uncle called the customer as Mr. Sanyal. So from this we can understand that the customer's name is Mr. Sanyal. And he reminded him to go home as it was already 4 p.m. and soon more customers would be coming there. Then turning towards Aditya and narrator, Nagan Uncle said that the customer can't hear and see properly. Also, he was very poor that he can't buy spectacles even. Aditya and the narrator noticed Mr. Sanyal. His behavior was entirely different. He behaved little crazy. When Nagan Uncle informed him that it is time to leave the place, he stood up, stretched himself, then widened his eyes and suddenly began to recite a poem written by Tagore, that is Panraksha. After reciting it, he left the place making the gesture of Namaste to nobody in particular. Moving to next part. Page number 96. I noticed a sudden change in Aditya's expression and I asked him the reason for it. Without answering me, he asked Nagan Uncle who the gentleman was and what he did. Nagan Uncle replied, Shashanka Sanyal. What can be done? He leads a cursed life, gone crazy, I think, but has not forgotten any incident of the past. Sold his lands to get his only daughter married. He lost his wife and only son last year. Since then, he is somewhat changed. Not really normal. Where does he stay? He stays with a friend of his father's, Jogesh Kabiraj. Shashanka comes here, has tea and biscuits and always remembers to pay, having an acute sense of self-respect. But how long things will remain like this, I don't know. Now, the narrator looked at Aditya's face and there was a sudden change in Aditya's face. So, the narrator asked what happened to Aditya. But without answering his question, Aditya inquired Nagan Uncle about the customer, Mr. Sanyal. Mr. Sanyal, whose full name is Sasanga Sanyal, life is a cursed life. Sasanga Sanyal sold his land and all his wealth to get his only daughter married. Then he lost both his wife and son 1 year before. So out of depression he became abnormal. Now he stayed with his father's friend Jogesh Kabiraj. Every day he visits Nagan Uncle's tea shop, have tea and biscuit and pays money, then leaves the place. Moving to next. Having paid our bill and ascertained the location of Jogesh Kabiraj's house, we got into the car. Aditya was at the wheel. Here at the wheel means he was driving the car. He expressed the wish to visit his house. So, you do want to see your house after all? I said. It has become essential to do so, Aditya replied. His nerves seemed overwrought for some reason. We soon reached the house, which was surrounded by high walls. Even from the ruins, one could easily imagine how grand it must have been once upon a time. We entered the building, climbed up the stairs, and reached the attic on the second floor of the house. This was my favorite room, said Aditya. The attic has always been a favorite with children. It is in the attic that the children seems to be in a world of its own. A portion of a wall of the attic had crumbled down, and through the window that had been created, we could see the sky, the fields, a part of the rice mill, the spire of the old temple. In the whole house, the attic had probably been the worst hit by wind and weather. The floor was strewn with twigs and straw and pigeon droppings. Among other things, there was a broken cricket bat, the remains of an armchair, and a wooden packing case. Aditya got on top of the packing case and pushed his hand inside the ventilator, thus upsetting a sparrow's nest, a part of which fell to the ground. However, he heaved a sigh of relief when he had got what he had been looking for. When I asked him what it was, he said, "You will get to know very soon." Listen, children. Now, after hearing about Mr. Sanyal's story, Aditya wanted to go to his own ancestral house. Remember, children, in the beginning he said that he don't want to see his ancestral house and the school. But now, after visiting this customer, Mr. Sanyal, Aditya wanted to see his ancestral house. He looked very much disturbed. So, after paying the bill, they got into the car and Aditya drove it. He looked overwrought, that is, very upset. Soon they reached the house. The house was surrounded by huge walls. Once it was a beautiful bungalow, but now it was ruined, it was damaged. They entered the building, climbed up the stairs, and reached the top of the roof, that is, the attic. When they reached the attic, Aditya said that it was his favorite place as a child. See, children, we don't have attic in our modern house, and so we don't have much experience about it. But when you see old traditional house, we can find this kind of attic. This attic is considered as the playhouse of the children, and it is considered as their whole world. They used to keep all the important things as far as they are concerned, important things, their treasures in this kind of attic. Likewise, Aditya too said that attic was his favorite place. The highly damaged place in this house is the attic. A part of the wall in the attic was broken, and through the window they could see the sky, the fields, rice mill, and the top of the old temple. The floor of the attic was also damaged. It is filled with twigs, straws, and pigeon droppings. There was Aditya's old broken cricket bat, broken armchair, and a wooden packing case, that is, we call as suitcase. Aditya pulled out the packing case. He opened it and found something inside the case. When he saw it, he was relieved. He got some kind of relaxation. The narrator asked what it was, but Aditya refused to say anything. Okay, children, we can see what Aditya is going to do with the thing which he had taken from the packing case in the next class. Thank you.